Hi, I'm Naka. I work for Yale-NUS. I work in the Leadership and Global Citizenship Department, where I manage all of our public interest internship partnerships, as well as I do leadership training. I think, well, really the most important thing is really having a concrete idea of what your service project is. Things, the rationale behind your service, what evidence there is, what your outcomes are, and then what your needs are. Having those specific needs are really important when seeking out sponsors. Sponsors that already do have a mission that is somewhat in line with yours. A lot of corporates have CSR, corporate social responsibility programs, and they'll focus on something like community development or children's education or public health. And so find organizations that already have that mission that aligns with yours. In my experience, a few things that I found works is tapping into programs that already exist. A lot of companies already do have, as I mentioned, existing pools of funding, and being able to just apply directly to that is much easier than convincing a company that doesn't fund anything at all to fund. Another suggestion I have is finding projects similar to yours and seeing who funded them in the past. A company who has funded one similar cause before is a lot more likely to fund the same cause again than a company who hasn't funded it ever before. Another example is tapping into, if you have an alumni network of your project. Maybe you took over this project from someone before, or you know others who may be interested. Often they already have a connection to your work that you do. In pitching a project, that is super important. This is what I call the elevator pitch, which is essentially if you're on the 40th floor and you're going down the first floor with someone, you have about a minute and a half or so to tell them and convince them of something. Practice that, work on that, in that you should have who you are, what you do, what you're asking from them, how they can contribute. To be able to pitch to a company, it's important to also meet the sponsor's needs. I think appealing simply to moral obligation, do it because it's the right thing to do, is not effective. At times they need actually a little bit more than that, especially if it's a sponsor. Usually corporate social responsibility programs are built often around marketing, and so it's important, what does the sponsor get out of sponsoring you versus another project? Practice and do it in front of a mirror, which I know sounds really funny, but you'll catch a lot of, you'll grow in confidence just watching yourself do it and seeing yourself doing it confidently, and then practicing over time. When you're in front of someone important, you've done it so many times, even if it's just to yourself, that you can be comfortable.